Me asking where all the good men at. We grocery shopping at 11. Oh, 11:11. It really is 11:11. Yeah, we grocery shopping at night. We hide from y'all. Shoot, last weekend I was out bowling. Somebody grabbed my butt. Could have said hi. I made to talk to you. Dang, that's we just hide. We've been hurt. True story.
I believe love is not
Okay.
because of you.
What's this costume here?
There's no costume.
It's just beauty.
Thank you.
That's all it is?
Thank you. Yes, I'm taken though. Sorry about that, but
That's unfortunate for me. I'm happy for you though.
yes, thank you. But you know what? Keep doing that. Keep approaching girls on the street.
Yeah?
Because that's how my boyfriend got me.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Oh my
keep
goodness.
Doing that because I believe love is not
Okay.
because of you and
Wow.
because of my boyfriend obviously.
That means a lot. Thank you.
Please keep doing that.
Have a great
Thank you
night.
so much. Have a good
Take care.
night.
6 months ago, I left my relationship because my needs weren't being met. And as much as it was a loving relationship, I wasn't fulfilled. And there were parts of that relationship where I felt like I was going crazy. And I was asking for communication. I was asking for time. I was asking for connection. And that wasn't happening. It made me feel like it was my problem, or it wasn't a him problem. And that made me feel like I was going crazy. So I felt like I had no other choice because I didn't think that I could live that way for the rest of my life. And for a while I thought that he was the love of my life and I thought that we could have a family together. I know that this is a personal situation, but I also know that there are people out there who are feeling the same or who are going through the same experiences that I have been through.
These modern women think that a man is supposed to want what she wants. I say the plan, I announce it, you're supposed to want it too, right? If your vision is different from mine, then you must not really even like me. You gotta be exactly like.
So I was thinking about marriage and just masculinity. My testosterone was up. I had a good gym session, got my hair cut today. And I was just thinking, as a man, you shouldn't wait until you get the title to do the job. This applies to women too. But I realized that you shouldn't wait to be a husband until you start doing what is required to be a husband. You don't get a managerial position if you don't show that you have the capabilities to be a leader. So don't wait until you get the title to do the job. And I know a lot of people be like, oh, but there's more responsibility for the same amount. If you really love what you're doing and you love being who you are, it's not work. And that's not to say that you don't work hard at it, but it is to say that it does not get tiring because that is who you are and that is a part of you. So just keep that in mind. Don't wait for the title to do the job because you might never get the title if you gotta wait. That's all I got to say. Actually, I got one more thing to say. Make sure you like this, repost it, and follow your boy.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
The question was, why do men expect forgiveness for things they would never forgive a woman for? Let me tell you what happened to me. How can I tell y'all this without telling everything? But I will say this. I was in a very, very committed relationship. I mean, committed. And the person that I was in a relationship with broke our trust. And so when I was sitting down and having a conversation, they told me, well, I don't know why you stayed so long. If you had cheated on me, I wouldn't have stayed or forgiven you. And I'm sitting here going, are you kidding me? So is it true that men feel like once they do it, men have a right to cheat or do whatever? But if the woman does it, it's like, oh my God, my woman's been with another man. But we can't feel that way about men. If I think about my man being with another woman, it affects me the same way.
Right, and I agree with that on both sides. That everybody, there should be no one side that this person feels that, you know, they're being looked at or the spotlight's on them versus women or men.
And you sit up here and listen to these modern women talk about how they can't find a good man. Up to a singles event, I can't seem to find a man. It's just a figment of my imagination. It's like Sasquatch. It's like Bigfoot. He doesn't exist. There are sightings, but the Loch Ness Monster. That's exactly what he is. I cannot find him. But then y'all go out here and disrespect the man, talk trash about the man, and then y'all get confused. Well, he not showing up to singles event. He's not showing up to a singles event. I can't really find a man to talk to me in the gym. Man, I go to the church, man. I go to the grocery store. I'm up here at the gas station at 6 a.m. creeping on men. I'm at Home Depot peeking around the corner creeping on men. Can't find anybody. It's not a mystery. It's just that you run your mouth too much. And now men don't.
Women really aren't taken seriously. Come on. They've been talking about how toxic men have become and how the manosphere is for years and years and years. And now a man produces a documentary, which, by the way, is a very good documentary, and then suddenly other men switch on and they're like, oh, fuck, yeah, maybe this is toxic, maybe this is bad. And obviously women are going to be pleased now. I'm not speaking for them, I'm assuming, that this issue is finally being addressed, but also probably become annoyed because they're just like, this just, again, proves our point that the patriarchy always rules, because we, once again, I'm not speaking for them, I'm just assuming because my wife is the same, have been talking about this for years, and then suddenly men have to have it forced down their throats to be like, oh yeah, this is a problem, and women are like, yeah, we've been saying that all along, you idiot.
Modern women have this thing to where they're expecting you to do it like they want you to do it, exactly how they want you to do it. It's almost like a performance review. You know what I mean? A performance review. So, and I understand, you know, you have to talk to people and communicate with them. I get it. I understand it. I'm all for it. But modern women, the way they be treating you, it's almost like they think that they're your supervisor. Like they own you. Like you're the employee, they're the boss. That's the way they treat you. Like you don't know anything. You don't know what you're doing. Anything that might be coming out of your mouth hasn't been well thought out, hasn't been planned out. You're an idiot. You're a psychopath. You're aloof. You're obtuse, all of that.
Nothing to say, and I get lost in the nothingness inside me. I was confused, and I let it all out. Find that I'm not the only person with these things in mind. Inside of me, but all the vacancy, the words revealed, is the only real thing that I've got left to feel. Nothing to lose. Just stuck, hollow and alone, and the fault is my own, and the fault is my own. I wanna heal, I wanna feel.
This is honestly something that if more and more women could understand, there would be so much more support for men out there, specifically husbands, because these men, they want to feel driven. They want to feel like they are supporting something bigger than themselves. They want and need your love and appreciation. That is it. That is what pulls them out of feeling discouraged or stressed or feeling less worthy. Honestly, I think that this is the most important message that I ever talk about. It's that this is a very effective way for women to support men. I'm telling you, ladies, this will make the biggest difference in that man's life.
Do not invite your boyfriend to a girl's event. Don't get me wrong, like when it's me and my man, I be excited. I want to spend time with him too. But baby, if my homegirls call me and she say, oh, let's go out, let's go to like, you know, brunch, or let's go to a party or whatever, I'm not going to just jump out there and invite my homeboy, especially like vacation, stuff like that. Do not, if this is an all girls thing, just like, even if you have like this thing where it's like, oh, my man is coming with me, my man's coming with me, like, just stay home, honestly, because nobody's trying to get you to do things that, you know, you in a relationship should not be doing. We just don't want to be around him. Like, I'm sorry, you know, you can do things outside of your relationship for a second. Plus, if we are talking about certain things, like I'm talking about my man problems, why would I want your man in my face while I'm talking to you about what's going on? Or I might be man bashing at that moment, you know, because we all do it. I might be man bashing. Why would I want him up in my now? Don't be that girl. Don't be that girl.
And a lot of these modern women, they'll sit up here and watch a man do the things that he's supposed to be doing, act like he's supposed to be acting, and take it for granted. Fumble them straight up. Just fumble. They try to make it seem like he's a problem. He's the one doing things that he, he did this, or he was this, this, and this. No, you're the problem. You have the issue, and it's time for you to start taking accountability for you fumbling a good man. Plain and simple, man. I did this. I talked to him this way. I was acting silly, bad attitude. I wouldn't dress appropriately. I was posting pictures I probably shouldn't have posted. And he got tired of it. He told me this multiple times. He reasoned with me. He sat down and explained things to me. And yet and still continue to do what I wanted to do. And so he left. We couldn't come to agreement, which really means I couldn't stop doing silly stuff.
Did he force you to stay against your will? At what point do you take some responsibility for your own personal life choices? Just because that relationship did not give you the outcome that you wanted doesn't mean it's theft. Every day that you stayed was a choice done by you. And I get it. Sometimes we have regrets about how much time we spent on a person or how long we stayed. I get it. But you still have to take some responsibility for that. Your biological timeline is not a man's responsibility to manage. That's your responsibility. And if having children was your top priority, that should have been reflected in your decision making. Next, this also encourages women to be incredibly passive, instead treating life as what happens to them, rather than them knowing that they have the power to make decisions and choices. It's also incredibly entitled because you're saying because you invested a certain amount of years, you are now entitled to a specific return on that. And unless that was a business agreement that you guys signed on a contract, not valid. It's so funny how some women talk about wanting freedom as women, but we also don't want to take the accountability piece. You can't pick and choose.
I think it's funny because modern women, they want a man to lead, but then they don't want him to lead. Like they want him to provide, but don't be the sole provider. You know what I mean? Like it gets real confusing because you're never really ever sure exactly what they want. And so if men have to continue to try to guess what you want, how is that appealing? You could be out here giving somebody your money and they'd be like, so what is it that you actually want? I would love to do business with you, but what is it that you're actually looking for? And I think that's what most men struggle with. They don't actually know what a woman wants. These modern women. It used to be that you can get a read on what they're looking for, but nowadays it's a little bit more difficult.
My friend Guru's Bumble profile is fire and he gets lots of matches, so I want to share it with you so you can improve yours. Guru's first photo nails it because I can immediately tell that he is handsome and that he is outdoorsy. There is zero guesswork required to know what he looks like. His bio says Guru of all trades, which is a cute play on words and makes me smile. And then he shares a few details that are going to help me understand if we would be a good fit. If I am into the outdoors, vegetarian food, and dancing, I am swiping right. I love the group photo because it reinforces that he is outdoorsy and shows me that he has friends who would be willing to freeze their butts off to climb a mountain with him. So evidently, he's a compelling guy. And finally, this great photo, which looks like it could be Spain and highlights his love of travel and showcases his great style. And one thing I like about Bumble is that you can swipe in incognito mode, meaning the only women who will see your profile are women you have already swiped yes on. So this is perfect for guys who value privacy, or if you just don't want your ex to see you on Bumble when you're home for the holidays.
The first time in history, women aren't marrying men for financial stability or material things, just solely based on their character. And we're all single. Yeah, it turns out when women started choosing based on personality, maturity, emotional intelligence, consistency, basic human decency, the dating pool started looking like a clearance rack at 3 a.m. So now here we all are, single together. Back in the day, men had 2 job requirements. 1, don't die. 2, provide. Boom, marriage, done. Okay, now women are like, I want a man who communicates, and suddenly the population dropped to 6. They want accountability, self-awareness, healing, growth, a man who can express a feeling without glitching. And we're all just collectively struggling with these new rules. Like, women finally said, okay, we'll handle our own money, our own careers, our own stability. Now show us who you are. And men everywhere were like, oh, you meant like personality. So, yeah, that's why everyone's single.
I think we have to start realizing that, when we talk about dating events and singles mixers and stuff like that, and men ain't showing up, maybe that's a sign. If you promote, and all of the women show up, but all of the men decide not to, for whatever reason, why is nobody stepping back to ask, now why aren't the men coming? Why aren't the men here? Man, we tried to do pickleball, they didn't come. We tried to do basketball, they didn't come. They'll come for football though. Looks like they didn't come for football. Maybe we need to start reaching out and asking, why aren't you guys coming? I mean, we had a night where we watched a football game and we had wings. We did the fight night. We did baseball. I mean, why are you guys not coming out? We're trying to do things that cater to you. And they'll tell you. And whenever they tell you, listen. Matter of fact, you don't even have to ask. You can just go in a comment section and see what men are upset about and what they're worried about, what they're concerned about. But do you think that people listen to men and what they be talking about? No.
You know what I've noticed? Women will leave a marriage because they are just unhappy. But men, they will stay through the years of attitude, rejection, and flat out disrespect, trying to hold on to the promise they made. And that's the difference. Women chase happiness, but men fight to keep commitment. And that might sting a little, but it's true. There is a big difference between being unhappy and being ungrateful. Unhappy can be worked on. It can be fixed with effort, communication, and humility. Ungrateful, that's when you stop seeing the good right in front of you. Sometimes it is not that your husband stopped trying. It's that you stopped noticing. You stopped thanking him. You stopped respecting him. You stopped showing him the love you expect back. And eventually, even the strongest man gets tired of being treated like he doesn't matter. Men do not usually give up fast. They give up quietly. And by the time they do, it's not because they stopped loving you. It's because they were done begging to be loved back. So before you say you are just unhappy, ask yourself, are you giving the same effort and respect you are asking for?
And I think another thing that, kind of confuses men is that a lot of these modern women have a whole checklist of the things that they need you to do. They have a whole checklist of the things that they want you to do. And then when you meet those things, or you're pretty well through that list, like you're checking maybe not every box because nobody's perfect, but a good majority of the boxes. She'll say something like, well, I mean, sometimes she don't even say anything. She just acts disappointed, like, okay, is that it? What else do you have? Like, I expect more out of my man. You know what I mean? And then when he asks, she's like, oh yeah, you're doing great, but I know my friends would do, or my dad would do, or my grandpa, or I've heard stories and tales of my great-great-grandpa, who I never even knew, doing this for my great-great-great-grandmother. So I need you to treat me like that. That's a myth. He never did that. If you go back to her and you ask her actually you can't ask her, because she passed away. Your mother's lying to you. That's a myth.
The success of the marriage is up to the woman. And the reason for that is, I often explain, it's as if as women, we are the sun, and a good man and our kids and family are the earth, and revolve around our emotional state, that we set the tone. So if we're unhappy in ourselves and emotionally immature or emotionally fragile and moody, that's affecting the whole household. The reality, when left unchecked and a woman doesn't work on herself to become happy and fulfilled in herself and outgrow our self-centeredness and selfishness and our need to be right, that in that framework, which is the sad reality of a marriage between a woman and a good man, is that a marriage is not a collaborative approach to making decisions and solving problems. Because as the wife and the woman, we always make ourselves right, and we have the say in the marriage. So the success in a marriage is our ability to adapt as women and to change and outgrow our self-centeredness, our need to be right, and our need to be in control.
Let me tell you something. You modern women got a man showing up for you for years, doing your bidding, fighting off these other men that be dogging you out, simping for you, ungrateful, pretty much buy you anything that you want as long as he can afford it, and it ain't gonna put him out. That ain't the man that you want. Show up for you, be on the phone with you, gotta go to work early in the morning, gotta get up and go to the gym, need to be grocery shopping, on the phone with you, had a business meeting, because some of these men are missing business opportunities. And you might sit up here and say, oh man, he an idiot for that. Maybe so. But he's trying to invest in you. And this is what men are trying not to do. See, I have this opportunity, but I'm trying to give you my time. And when y'all continue to waste a man's time, he says, you know what? I'm not missing no more opportunity. Well, you shouldn't in the first place. Exactly. But I did it because I thought you was going to be a good investment. And now that I know for sure, with 100% certainty, that you as a modern woman are not going to be a good investment, I'm going to be taking the business meeting every single day.
Your friend is single, so you pitch them to a room full of strangers with a PowerPoint.
Today I'm going to be presenting my bestie, Sienna.
Pitching your friends is the latest dating trend, and in-person events are popping up in cities around the world. In this London pub, guests presented their single pals to a crowd at Date My Mate, a social event for offline matchmaking. Each person gets a couple minutes on stage to present a slideshow with pictures and fun facts, all to try to land their mate a date.
And I just think in real life dating is the way forward.
Organizers say the event sold out in under 5 minutes and is part of a growing backlash to dating apps. Some find it a refreshing change of pace. Instead of trying to sell yourself, you've got someone who knows you doing it.
It's easier to pick up your mate, especially if you know them really well, than it is to kind of still say. It looks a bit better.
Which also means they can roast you a little too.
You don't want to date someone who can DJ. You want someone who tried to DJ.
For some, it feels like a throwback, meeting someone in a room, not a screen.
It's quite retro. It's a vintage way of meeting people that we don't really have these days.
Just with better slides.
And modern women expect you to commit to them, right? Modern women really honestly, they want control over commitment is really what they want. They want control over your access to them, and they want control over their commitment. So they want all of the cards, which is, oh, I'm strong and independent. I don't need no man, this and that. I can choose this man. I got this man on my roster. He does this. I got this man that does that. And I can choose any one of them whenever I would like to. Right. You can do all of that and have a fantastic life. People doing things for you. I don't know what they got going on. That might be an arrangement that you guys enjoy in some instances for a number of years. But then you, at one point in time, and this is where you get into trouble. At one point in time, you want them, at some point in time, you want a man, even if it's not that man, you want a man to commit to you, right? Unfortunately for you, that man has been seeing you act a fool out there. And now you're wondering why this man won't commit to you, why this man won't propose to you, why this man won't marry you. I've been seeing you act a fool. And a lot of men see that. They see you out here playing the field, roaming around, and then saying, I'm going to continue to roam around. You're not even doing it in private, right? They see all the stuff you're doing, and they say, I don't think so. I don't want to marry a woman like that. If she's going to be out here messing with this guy and that guy, it's not the type of woman that I want. You got women out here trying to take a man for all of his money. I don't want that. That's not something that I'm looking for. You're not doing anything to beat the alligator.
This is the reason why so many of you all spouses don't feel good enough, because you are using your spouse as an accessory. They are a trophy or a bag on your shoulder. And it constantly becomes, I'm using you for me. I need some type of gain. I need me. That is selfish and prideful. What does that sound like? Selfishness and pride. And y'all say, well, I got to have a person with 6 figures. They have to drive nice cars. They have to have this many businesses. They have to have whatever it is that you desire. Instead of, I need a person who God has assigned to me. I need the person who God has assigned to me. I am marrying so I can serve someone else outside of me. You all are only worried about being served by that person. Instead, that is pride. And the problem is you all say, it's my standards, it's my preferences. No, it's sin. You are just masking sin by labeling and saying, it's my preference. It is my standard. No, it's not. It's prideful. That is your pride that will not allow yourself to sit still, listen to God, and lean into what God has called for you, what God has over your life. Instead, you would rather go by your own will than God's will. And then you wonder why a marriage does not last, or why you're miserable in that marriage, or why you're not satisfied, why you're not fully fulfilled. Why am I now at the divorce court? Because I was not fully satisfied, because the only reason you went into the marriage to begin with was for personal fulfillment.
And that's what I mean. What first biggest benefit of understanding, especially what gender hormones do to our brains. Mm-hmm. You know, regardless of identification, whatever we identify as, gender hormones are real. It affects the configuration of the brain, the operation of the brain. It matters. And just when we know that, and then we find out that your thoughts affect your hormones. Yeah. I don't know. Did we talk about aromatase?
I don't think so. No, we didn't.
Okay. So I make up words. And one of the words I made up was testosterone. And I think women are equipped with testosterone. We can measure. We can smell it. We're measuring the level of testosterone in a man. And most women feel safe if a man has enough testosterone to be handy. What handiness. But no more. More than I'm scary. So just handy. But how men generate, how they build testosterone in their bodies is by resting. I tell men, don't ever say you're doing nothing, because she'll give you something to do. You say, I'm building testosterone. But what'll happen is he's doing nothing on the couch, and then he's alive, y'all. He's worth something. And then what'll happen sometimes is she'll pop down and say, honey, I have some things to tell you. Could you just listen? Uh-oh. Because as you build testosterone, once you've built enough, you're now a racehorse in the gates. Right? You're ready to produce a result. You're ready to something. You're ready to... You're ready. Okay, let's go. And then just listen. Oh God, just listen. How many times have I gotten in trouble for failing and just listening?
Do you understand what the world is going to look like in 10 years? 50% of women between the ages of 25 and 45 are going to be single and childless. Like, I mean, think about it. If you're married, there's going to be so many women throwing themselves at your husband if he's a half good looking, decent earning guy. And over a certain age, women accept being a side chick. I mean, they won't publicly say
that's not true.
That is true. I think it's around like 35. They'll accept being a side chick because they would rather be with the top guy than be with the guy they don't like.
Oh, simple thing, where have you gone?
As a high value dating coach, here are 5 things I would literally never ever do when I liked a guy. The first one is I would never try to earn his love. A lot of women think if a guy chooses them, then they are worthy. But if a guy chooses you, it's actually reflective of his capacity for commitment in a relationship. It has nothing to do with whether you're good enough or not. Number 2, I would never be afraid of distance. When you're on top of him, you're literally smothering the attraction. A little bit of space between you and a man actually makes the relationship sustainable. 3, tell him everything I was thinking. Being an open book is not working to your advantage, ladies. A little bit of mystery is intriguing to a man. And the way that you as a woman, you want safety from a man, they want a woman who's intriguing. It's literally as simple as if you're looking off into the distance and he says, Carissa, what are you thinking about? You just say, stuff, instead of telling him every single thought you're having. 4, I would never spend my time wondering if he liked me. Like an attraction is a given. He's not going to spend any amount of time with you if he's not attracted to you. What I'm actually evaluating when I like a guy is he aligned with me? Do I see this going anywhere? And 5, I'm evaluating, am I a better version of myself when I'm around him? His bad habits over time are going to eventually wear off on you. So you need to be evaluating. Am I more driven when I'm with him? Am I feeling more excited about life? Or am I drinking more? Am I eating junk food? Am I slouching around on the couch all the time?
Because the harsh reality is a lot of y'all don't want men. Y'all want doormats. A lot of y'all want to give men a safe space to have selective masculinity. I'm man enough to f*** you. I'm man enough to pay your bills, but you won't let me be man enough to run the household without a whole bunch of feedback, without a whole bunch of back talk. I'm man enough to take you on trips. I'm man enough to take you on shopping sprees, but I'm not man enough to discipline your children that aren't even mine. You want me to be selective with my masculinity, so you want me to be a superman when it comes to all of your needs, but you want me to be a half a man when it comes to the things that I need.
You have this epidemic on YouTube of women schooling men on how to behave. And men have simped to these women for years. You look at these lady channels on YouTube. Who's in the comments? All men, even though they claim to be a channel for women. This is a channel for men, unapologetically. If women show up, fantastic. I've asked, why do women watch this channel? There's about 14,000 subscribers, female subscribers to this channel alone. When I've asked them, they said because we have brothers, sons, fathers, male co-workers, male-friendly acquaintances that we care about and we want the best for them. That's a good woman. Look in the comment section of these videos on these channels where women are schooling men. These women are very, very manipulative. They know that they have a majority male audience, a simp audience. She knows that men will send her shorts and reels to their girlfriends and wives because they don't have the balls to say it themselves. This chick only speaks in tight booby clothing, Lululemon and Fabletics, and whatever the latest thing is. And they do mainly shorts because listening to her for more than 1 minute makes you want to stick pencils in your ears. Remember, attention is a woman's currency, and as long as men keep freaking drooling over broads like this, she'll keep doing it. Women don't want another attention telling them how to treat their man either. Think about it.
Buying me a drink doesn't mean anything is going to happen.
Give you my number, go home with you.
Exactly.
Give fry these chips.
But
nothing.
number 2, there could also be a scenario where I feel like men also just, there's an entitlement to your energy and to your aura.
A few moments later.
I also think the issue here is that I'm a fan of a session.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of a session.
They just don't know how to
I don't know what's happening. Are they shy? Are they lazy? Do they just want to throw money at us? I don't know what it is, but men just don't share that anymore. And it becomes out a lot in the group culture and restaurants and things like that. Is how do I get this girl without doing the sharing pause?
Hi, Todd. So, I just saw this video, and this girl, she was talking about how she wants to find her true love, wants to find love, wants to have that person where she can be soft for, right? It's not going to happen until men learn how to be men again. Men have gotten so wrapped up in us doing it, and like, that's okay to them. It's okay for them to do nothing. And it kind of throws me off a little bit because I didn't grow up like that. Well, I kind of did. I seen it. My granddad, he really didn't do much. My grandma was the hustler. My grandma got to it. So like as an adult woman, it's like, do I really want to be the sole provider of my family? And all women need to think about that. Do you really want to be the sole provider of your family, or do you want somebody you can lean on? Y'all can lean on each other. And there's a way for that for sure. Like I've seen so many videos that like break down relationships, and it's like, that's how a relationship needs to be. If more people took that advice, people would be in a happy relationship. But the men don't want to be men. They want us to be the men and the woman. And still want to lay on our backs. Like, make it make sense. It makes no sense. But that's besides the point. But yeah, if you want to find true love, men need to step up to the plate and do what a real man does. Simple as that.
All right. Here's an unpopular opinion that's not spoken about. Real men don't beg for love, respect, or attention. They move with purpose, they value themselves, and they let their actions speak louder than their words. When a man knows his worth, he doesn't chase what's not for him. He stays solid, keeps his standard high, and walks away from anything that requires him to shrink himself. Real strength is quiet. Real confidence doesn't plead. How else can I put it?
You friends on me, but you get mad because your friend wants me to be knocked down. You want me to be broke, but your friend wants me to be knocked down. I'm going with your friend. It's as plain and simple as that. I'm not finna be wasting dribbles with you. Are you crazy? I'm simple, bro. I love gorgeous, beautiful women that want to be with me, that want to suck my meat, that want to get dug out till she busts and want to get taken care of. That wants to understand that she's feminine and I'm masculine. I don't want no masculine chick. I don't want that. I don't want a chick that I have to play mental gymnastics with. I don't want a chick that's trying to play hard to get. I don't want that.
There was women in the comments on my $50 date on that segment that, okay, these talking about, I'm married now and I took my man. Yeah, you're the man. You had to buy him. He didn't want you, and he's probably out cheating on you with a that he buys stuff for. Okay, let's be clear. You had to buy a man because you ugly. You ugly, you busted. That's why you had to do it. And you got out here thinking they don't have to take his own dates because of you. You are the problem. I know I went hard on men for a while, but let me talk about these. I said what I said. And I don't care who gets in the comments talking about, I proposed to my man. You're stupid. You are so desperate. Stop it. Women need men, men need women.
Ladies, for $50 million, would you switch sides? Meaning you can never be with a man again. So if you take the money, you can only be with a woman for the rest of your life.
Since most men have absolutely no idea what they're doing anyway, yes. Also, since most men in my age range look like some sort of weird lumberjack version of Shrek, when my type is more Alexander Skarsgård, again, I will take that money. Now, I've been single since 2018 on purpose, so I've already been doing this. So if I can get paid to be alone and by myself, I'm fine. Do I have to be with a woman to get that money, or could I just continue living my life the way I am? And could I use that money to form, I don't know, a coven of swamp witches where we just go off into the woods, build our little cabins, like we're like living some folklore Evermore dream of Taylor Swift, by ourselves with our candles and our Victorian nightgowns, just not bothering anybody, you not bothering us, and just living in peace? Is that an option? Because I would really like that. Where do I sign? Where do I sign?
Before you ever lower your standards for a man, raise your standards for yourself. I'm financially literate and I had no debt and I have no debt. Why would I have married into debt? If I can get a college degree, he can get a college degree, so of course I married someone with a college degree. You're also less likely to get divorced if you and your spouse have the same level of education, and even lower chances of divorce if it's college. If you're a person that has emotional regulation and knows how to communicate with people, why should you be with somebody who doesn't know how to talk without yelling? If you have high standards for yourself, why would you ever lower them for a partner? Men online love to focus on how often women initiate divorce, and there's a million reasons why that's stupid, but they never care about all those stats that prove that relationships tend to be more important for men and detrimental to women. As a woman living in a misogynistic patriarchy, you should never marry a man if it doesn't make your entire life better. If you do not experience more joy, more laughter, more love, if you do not eat better food, go better places, wear better clothes, why are you getting married? The bare minimum standard for a man should be whatever you do for yourself.
I'm bored, so I'm going to tell you guys some of my standards I have for men in dating. First of all, I will not date you if you have any close girlfriends. If you have a girl best friend, absolutely not. You're cut, you're done, goodbye. I truly believe that guys are not friends with girls that they find unattractive. They are only friends with a girl if they find them attractive, meaning that if she ever admitted feelings, it would be like, next, if you do any sort of drugs or have a severe drinking addiction, you're cut. If you follow too many women on Instagram, you're cut. If you don't know them, if they're the Instagram models, the OnlyFans girls, you are extra cut. It's giving desperate, cannot do it. If you're stingy with money, you're cut. Like, I understand not wanting to be in debt, but if you're having me split the bill on a date just because you're stingy and you have the money, you're cut. This is kind of a random one, but if you don't have any friends, you're cut, because why are you not close with anybody? Like, some people are like, oh, I like my man to be a loner, da-da-da-da-da. I don't. I feel like that's a huge red flag. Like, nobody likes you. You don't want to talk to anybody. Like, you're cut. Anyways, those are some of the biggest things I look out for in men when dating, but yeah.
I'm sorry, but to me, being 45 with no kids and no husband, talking about I'm still trying to find the right one, is not a flex. That is not, baby, you are damaged goods at that point. I know y'all hate when I call y'all that, but time does not play. And y'all want to sit up here and be like, oh, my 20s, this is my 20s. That is your prime, girl. Get the best. You are going to get the best man you can get in your 20s. I promise you that. After that, you are just the pick of a random litter, and you better hope to God that you find somebody, because when I'm telling y'all, it's hard out here. Y'all think it's all fun and games because you're cute now, your tight little waist and all that stuff. You're gonna be gone, girl. You know what I mean? Like, right now, stop playing around. Disclaimer though, I'm not saying going out here and be a baby mama. No. Do not go out here and have kids in your 20s if you're not married. Do not do that. That is the girl, you will ruin your life. Do not do that. If you are not married, do not have kids in your 20s. Now, if you're not married and you get pregnant in your 30s, probably best to keep babies, because we don't know when your next opportunity gonna come. But like I said, this is for marriage goals only. Get married in your 20s. And they talking about some, oh, what if you don't like that person, what if you change? You both are going to change. You both will have things you don't like and things you do like, but you just can't leave someone because of one thing you don't like about them.
When I have reached, and we're talking about me, myself personally, if I've reached a level where I'm financially stable and we never have to have a problem with money again, or as far as worrying if the rent's gonna get paid or the mortgage, I don't care about your money. Now, 10 years ago, when I was building this, I needed a woman to be with the gym with me shooting. It never showed up. So I had to build this gym, buy the land, and build this myself. Now I own this. I don't need her to make no money, because at no point in time is her money going to provide for me. Them Jordans that she bought me at Christmas ain't comparing to this $5,000 mortgage we got on this house. So that's when they say I don't care about money from a woman, because that's already been checked off. But when I was building, when I was the McDonald's nigga, I really wanted a woman to build with me. But they didn't want to see it. They won't with it. But now that I have built this,
so it's not a woman's
I need
job
all I need.
Y'all niggas.
All I need,
job.
Respectfully, all I need from a woman. All I need is peace and pleasure. Peace and pleasure, because that peace is going to make me make more money. That peace is going to inspire me to be better. That peace, that having that good positive energy when I walk out that door is going to make me more successful.
Get you some money.
And the fact that my energy and my spirit is right from that peace, and my are empty from their pleasure, I'm gonna go run it back. I'm gonna go run it up.
Even trying to tell you guys at this point.
Here are 5 facts about women that are going to offend you. Number 1, women date up, not down. Women prefer to date men who earn more than them, not the other way around. Number 2, women prefer men who are older. Why? Because older usually means more established, more resources, and more stability. Number 3, women do not actually want equality in marriage. Oh my gosh, why? Because they tend to marry upward, not downward, and that's not equal. That is the total opposite. Number 4, if a woman cannot get the level that she wants, a lot of women would rather stay single than marry down. Yes, that is true. And number 5, and this is the one that triggers and stings people the most. When women are asked if they would rather share a high-value man with other women or be with a faithful man who is lower in status than them, guess who they choose? The high-value man, even if it means sharing. Yes, women would rather compete for the top than settle below their preference. But listen to me. Don't get mad at them. Don't get mad at us. That is just biology, passed down for thousands and thousands of years. But here is the problem. The pool of upward men is smaller, and a lot of men don't want to be that provider role anymore. So what happens? More single women, more single men, more loneliness, and fewer marriages and fewer kids. That is how the game works. So if you're a man, understand what women select for. And if you're a woman, own what you prefer. It's okay. Because human nature doesn't care about your opinions. It just cares about choices.
And a lot of these modern women, after they get tired of being strong and independent, they want to get mad at a man because he don't step in and he don't drag her by her neck to do the things that she once didn't want to do. I'm sorry. You told me that you didn't want that to happen. Well, stay out of my way. I ain't never gonna let a man tell me what to do. But now that you're tired of carrying a load, you just want that man. See, what they think men are doing is they think that think about it like the NFL, right? Where very few people get a chance. And so if one go, like you just got one waiting for that man to go down. I'm just waiting for my chance. That man don't even got to go down. Just switch me in. Just give me a chance. You go out there, you get burnt. Coach sit you down. Okay, coach, I'm ready to go. I'm really ready. Not even the next game. You ready to go in the next drive. After you got burnt. Coach, that was my first time in. Put me back out there again. They think that men are that desperate to date them. That's why they think, oh man, I can always get a man like that. No. How many times, let me say this, how many times do you see an all-star? Because that's what y'all are looking for. How many times do y'all see an all-star begging to get back out there? Nope. He's not going to do it. He will go to another team. Because I have that cachet. I can do that. Oh, you don't want to play me? Oh, you want to sit me down? You don't have but a hand. And you might call it a diva. And I can't argue with you. But you ain't got but a handful of times to do that. In the middle of the season, I'm requesting a trade. Kevin Durant. Requested a trade. Hey, all-star athlete requested a trade, and it's gonna be granted. It's gonna be granted. So y'all thinking that y'all gonna have this bench of all-stars that when one go down, the next one up.